There it is.
There it is. Better
There it
late
is.
than never, right?
Better late than never.
We're about 5 minutes off. That's not too bad. We've got.
Nah.
We can survive that. Looks like we got a few in the chat already. Steven, Jerva, welcome. Oh, and I just got a notification. The Blue Ox Model Shop is going live. Heck yeah!
Heck yeah!
Just so you guys know, BG is on his way, and we also have a special guest that's going to show up sometime. He's on his way back from the show in Roanoke, but we plan to have Mr. Mark Batson on this afternoon, hanging out with us, seeing what we can get into. But we plan to have Mr. Mark. Hang on, I got to turn that
check
down
your
so I
stuff
don't have
up.
Yeah, I tell you, you'd think I'd be ready for this. I've done it before, but I act like it's my first time. Craig Jones, what's going on, buddy? Hey, what's up, Tiff? Dirt Road Cinderella in the house. But anyway, let's just start it right off. What are you working on this week, Justin?
All right. Well, I just finished this sucker. This was last weekend. I was at ZoloCon over
Hang on just a second. Let me get you up on the solo camera. There you go.
All right. So I was at ZoloCon this past weekend. Last weekend. It is a vintage toy and comic book show. And they had some guys that did 3D printing of quote unquote action figures. So I saw this guy sitting on their on their table, and I absolutely had to have him. He's modeled after the Disney's Robin Hood Rhino Guards.
What the heck is going on here?
Hey, Mr. Donnie. That looks good, man. Well, like I said, you showed me that earlier. That
that does look good.
That
So
horn detail looks really good.
Just finished him up just now. And so during the show, I will be working on some 3D printed decals for an F-14 Tomcat.
Cool. I happen to know that you have something else hiding down in there. Can you want to show that for your boss?
Oh, for my boss. Yeah, I was like, what are we talking about here? My boss is not a painter, but he does collect those action figures. So he brought me a vampire head.
That's cool.
Isn't that cool?
He attempted to paint it before, and he said, "Here, I can't do this. Here, can you fix it?" So this weekend, I stripped the paint that he put on there, and
that little dude is cool. Justin showed me that behind the scenes. I was like, "That's cool," but thank you for the nightmares.
So these the action figures, quote unquote, that they sell at this, the heads are all like ball and socket.
Yeah.
And then like the arm, it's not quite like G.I. Joe, but it's like G.I. Joe. So
yeah.
He whatever this, I think it's Mythic Legions, I think is the figures that he builds, he buys.
Okay.
That's what that is. So
nice.
Mr. Ray, how you doing, sir? Joe, what's up, buddy? Big Sky Model Shop in the house.
Oh yeah, everybody's in here. Huh?
Yeah. GB Models in the house. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Like I said, Mr. BG is running just a tick behind, and our special guest this week, Mr. Mark Batson, is also running a tick behind. So in the meantime, we'll catch up to what the guys are working on their bench. We just saw Justin's cool stuff. And what about you, Jason? We'll put you up here on the big screen and show everybody what you got going on.
Starting on the Rally Cool group build.
About time.
About time. Yours was finished quick because it was small.
Yep. That's the story of my life.
Right. Yeah, that's what we're working on. We got the Jaguars done. You guys probably know that because you put a video up last week of that. We can show you guys a sneak peek of the BG appreciation build. That is in the finishing stages.
Oh, so that's looking good.
So that's
posable wheels. Heck yeah! Do they turn, or you just got them turned and locked?
No, they turn.
Sweet.
Yeah, they turn. You can turn them whichever way you want to go. So just gonna do the the lenses, stuff like that. Oh, look who's here!
Oh, look at that, Mr. Mark Batson.
What's going on, Mr. Batson?
Sorry, I'm late. Let me get this thing turned around here. The show was absolutely great. A lot of vendors, as always. In fact, this was more vendors that I've seen at that show. This was my third time there, and there was a lot more vendors there than I'm used to seeing. But, man, they were great, too. Had some awesome deals. The models were great. I spent some time upstairs. There's 2 levels. On 2 other levels of the building, there's real cars. And you talk about some inspiration. Wow. Cool hot rods, vintage stuff. I mean, just really sharp stuff.
Sweet.
Nice.
Sweet. And that's the show in Roanoke, right? What's that
Do
show
what?
called?
It's the MDA. It's a muscular dystrophy thing, but it's a MDA quality. Got to adjust the guys there a little bit.
Yeah, you're fine.
Anyway.
You're fine.
It's for muscular dystrophy, but it's a really good show.
Sweet.
And Dennis Smith. Dennis does a great job putting that thing on. It's a lot of fun.
Dennis.
And got to see a whole bunch of people. Matthew and Heather were there with MCB Products, so and they were having a really good day. It looked like.
Good.
Wow, there was a lot of other vendors. Ace Decals was there. It's hard to remember everybody. Westhurst people were there. He's laying on in the sun in Florida, I was told, so they were repping him. But they were having a pretty good day too, it looked like.
Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with enjoying the sun in Florida. It's a good time of the year to be here. It's not too hot. Just the right time of the year to be here for sure.
Well, even here in South Carolina, it's kind of cool for the weather or for this time of year anyway. Because usually by now it's starting to warm up. We've had some below freezing nights here lately. Amanda just brought me a hot cup of coffee, so I needed that too.
Yeah, I know. You just literally came skating in, didn't you?
Yeah. We just skated in. But a lot of fun. We took our time, and well, it's Sunday. What do we have to do?
Right. Well, Mr. Mark, I believe you know Jason. You know myself. BG's running a little bit behind, but right next to you is Justin. Mr. Justin is a good friend of ours. So he comes in with us on Sundays, hangs out. Well, speaking of Matthew, there he is. MCV. Global warming is killing us, Matthew says. But Justin is from the Model Insanity podcast. Great guy. He's a good friend of ours. So I'm happy to introduce you two.
Hey, nice to meet you, man.
A pleasure.
Justin Mark is the guy I was telling you about the other day in the Discord that built that outstanding 32nd scale Chevy Lumina for Dale Sr. That car was really, really cool.
Well, thank you. I actually took that one up there to Roanoke with us.
I know you did because the Facebook and everybody blowing up. Some of my friends and everybody that commented about the show were like, Mark's 32nd scale is a piece of artwork.
Oh, really? Well, I haven't seen anything yet, but that's very kind. That's very kind.
It's good.
And the telephone booth was well received too. That was the kind of fun. And of course, that was just something from my childhood to rebuild. So, but it was fun. Right. It was fun.
Heck yeah, that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about.
So, what's everybody working on today?
Well, we kind of did a roundtable a little bit, but Justin, if you want to throw up your
absolutely.
We'll let me get you on the solo layout.
So I just finished this guy. It's a 3D printed resin rhino head, modeled after the Disney Robin Hood rhinoceros guards.
Right.
Remember that cartoon way back when?
I do.
I picked this up last weekend at the ZoloCon toy and comic book show that I was at.
Wow. Just last weekend?
Just last weekend. I worked on this weekend.
I was getting ready to say, you've been busy.
Yeah,
this was great.
This was all weekend, yeah.
That's cool.
Wow.
And
let me show you a couple things I got there. So this was a sample. I think they have it on their site, but they just printed this thing up.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
Dragon. How about that?
And then let's see what else.
And what was the company from these?
Borderland Horde.
Hold on.
Borderland Horde.
Yeah, I have. I can get you a link to their Instagram.
Horde.
This guy here, little.
Oh,
Borderland.
check him out,
Battletoad.
man. That is too cool, man.
How cool is that?
That is cool.
And then I got. So what they are is they do 3D printing for what they call action figures. Not like back in the day, the 6-inch GI Joes, but the collectible action figures. And you can buy heads and torsos to go with your figures that they 3D print. So
Kind of mix and match a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. So I picked up this guy.
That's
just
wicked.
to do a. Let's see.
Like a bust type
just
thing?
to do as a bust, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is.
That is very cool. That is very cool.
Yeah, they like I said, they have on the Borderland Horde's website, they sell all the stuff. It's mix and match heads and torsos and all that jazz. And then I'm pretty sure they have that dragon on their site too now.
That's
But
super cool.
me and my partner Mark Carver, we have a table at that show, and we just sit there building and painting models all day, all weekend. And they actually came to him, or I was joking around with him. I said he's whoring himself out, but he would go and make deals where he'd paint something for them and they'd give him one to keep. So he was sitting painting their stuff all weekend. And I was just sitting there painting. I snagged a Warhammer tank to take with me to build and paint there.
That is cool, man. That's some cool stuff.
That was all done at the show.
Warhammer stuff is so amazing because, when I first saw it, it was just the figures. And then you jumped into the armor, all the other stuff.
Yeah.
And there's just so much now.
Yep.
And talk about the sky's the limit on that. Somebody actually said they took two different types of armor stuff and combined them into something unique.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Wow.
That's cool.
But that's the creativity and the fun of this hobby.
Yep. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And like I think it was Sluggo that was saying that the different techniques used for figures that you can use in different parts of cars and tanks and how all that stuff cross over.
Well, I've said in my videos before, I learned more. I actually use, and somebody called me out on it. Where did you find those great seat belts in that 32nd scale car? Because those are just, with all the photo etch and all that. And I said, well, it's pretty simple. If you go over to the 32nd scale model airplane section and look under Edward, those seat belts actually came out of a World War II Spitfire in 32nd scale. But all I did was repaint them and use the photo etch harnesses or the adjusters and all. You can't tell.
Right.
But I've learned more on weathering, especially from the like tarps, clothing, folds in seats and stuff like that from the armor guys. And let me tell you, there's two guys in particular. I learned how to bend and use and properly attach photo etch from model ship builders.
Yeah.
Because all that photo etch railing and stuff has to be exact and meticulously bent and stretched, and I haven't been since then. I haven't been afraid of photo etch at all. It's been something that made it a lot easier to use. But
speaking of the Edward photo etch, I know you were talking about 32nd scale, but that's literally what I've been working on for the 24 scale.
I was getting ready to say, and they also make for like F1 cars and stuff. They make the seat belts and harnesses, and it's good stuff.
The camera will never do it justice, but you can tell that it's flexible because the bottom will wiggle.
Yeah.
I will never buy another set of 3D printed ribbon strap. These will be what I use from now on. I mean, they're that cool. Takes a little bit of time, a little bit of figuring out the first time around, but once you figure them out, man, they're super, super detailed, really nice stuff. And like you said, Mark, they're designed for European cars, but if you wanted to paint them up to match yours, or you can get the ones I got were colored, but you can get them. You can do whatever you want to with them.
You can.
Jason is
Cool.
working. You gonna show Mark what you're working on, Jason? We'll put
Working
you back
on
up
the-
there in a big. there
Working
it
on
is.
the Rally Cool Rally
Oh, the
car
rally
build.
car. Yeah, the rally.
Yeah, starting it right now. Beginning stages. I'm taking care of mold lines today. So hopefully I'll be able to knock this one out in a few weeks.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And I don't even have to tell you, Mr. Mark, what I'm working on. I'll just show it to you, and you'll probably tell me exactly what it is.
Well.
Getting
Good
just
dark.
getting started good. They got the first coat of paint, or first couple coats of paint on the 71 Richard Petty roundy round dirt car. Just getting going on it, and
Cool.
this is what kind of what inspired this whole Sunday build day was I was so far behind on my own group build, or mine and Jason's group build, and I
Yeah.
knew I wanted to do that car. So I'm like, you know what? If I start a live on Sundays where I got to put my feet to the fire, maybe I can get some work done. And sure enough, I'm getting some work done
Sometimes
on the dark.
sometimes there has to be that little kick in the butt, as I call it.
That's it. I just got the rest of the roll bar and the roll bars and the chassis and the dash and everything. I just now got them in white primer. That's the only thing I've done not on the show was the paint and primer stuff, just because it takes, it just takes forever to do that sort of stuff. So, and it's not very entertaining to watch. So I did that during the week and did some yesterday, but I was blessed this weekend. I say blessed. I missed her while she was gone, but Mama was out of town all weekend, so I got to sit in front of my workbench looking like this all weekend.
There you go.
I think we all, as you see here, we all live with these things now, right? Yeah. I tell you, with that 30-second scale car, I'm wearing my glasses, I'm wearing this Optivisor, and I'm using my magnifier over here.
You got to use them all to see that little
I
stuff.
told somebody yesterday, I said I was blind for a little while, but I recovered. So. But cool stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun, man. Sluggo, no, I didn't cut out the rear fenders on that. It's actually how the kit comes. It's designed to be that race car for 1971. So the fenders on it, I'm literally short of using a VCG small block Chrysler motor. I'm building this kit right out of the box and painting it up and that sort of thing. But
There you go.
I
need to do more of that and have just more fun.
Yeah, I've
had
gotten
a-
carried away with my USAC build, and same thing. I took a Pro Stock Firebird chassis and putting it underneath this 68 Dart and trying to make everything match and line up and look like it should. I went down the road.
Oh, man, that's what happens when you don't finish builds in time, when you go crazy on them.
I know it.
I'm just kidding.
My
I'm just kidding. You do.
My USAC car should be finished in time. Well, it won't be finished. The car will be done, but the decals. Now, see if y'all ever pull this kind of stunt. I did a video. I measured my artwork. I measured the car to have custom decals made. I like STS. Terry does a great job. And so I measured the decals. I measure everything. I get it in the email, and everything's fine. And I go back into the email, I'm looking, and I notice it says draft in red letters. And I'm like, draft? What did I draft and not seeing? I click on it, and guess what it was? It'd been sitting in the computer for 6 days, and I never hit send, apparently. I thought I sent it. I'm like, you got to be kidding. So there's no way they're going to be here in time. In my small scale group build, same thing. I've held up on it because, that one's a little surprise, but I held up on it because I couldn't believe I did that. But both sets of decals, they're not going to be here in time. So the car will be done and I'll show it. But
Yeah.
it just won't have the decals, the custom decals. And it's a little jab at another content creator, which y'all will see. So like I did last year with BG Always Loving Tacos, I did the BG's Taco Supremo truck last year. And this one's a little jab at another content creator. So I'll have to get that one done too. But I look forward to when they come back in.
Nice.
Mr. Mark, if you can see up there on the screen, Fred Henry left you a message. Can you see it, or you need me to read it to you?
Fred, what are you saying, Fred? Yeah, I'll try not to. The busted head guy.
Well, we're all just glad you're not sick anymore, man. We was worried about you.
I was starting to get worried about me a little bit. In my adult life, I don't think I've ever been sick more than, like a flu bug or something. We all get 3-4 days at tops, we're down. But on December 29th, I had a kidney stone. And I had one of those like 25, 26 years ago, Amanda said, and it was miserable then. But this one was pretty bad. But they pumped me full of fluids and all that stuff. And they got it kind of busted and it passed. So everything was fine. But they said that something to do with my immune system anyway, compromised it. I ended up with RSV and I had to ask the doctors, what is that? And they told me it was this respiratory virus or something. Apparently it had gotten right at the stage of pneumonia in my left lung. And that took me out for 7 weeks.
Wow.
Jesus.
Well, they had me on, I didn't put a video up just about the entire month of January. But 2 antibiotics, 3 at one time, but 2 main antibiotics, steroids. And I was joking with the doctor at one point. I said, am I going to come out looking like Arnold, Like, not that kind of steroid. I said, oh, okay. Breathing inhaler and some kind of little breathing apparatus that you kind of pull air into, and the gauge has to go to a certain.
It's to keep your lungs strong.
Respiratory, I guess, exercises or rehab. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it is. Back in 21, I was laid up in the hospital with COVID, and I had one of those. I had to use that for like 3 months to keep my lungs strong.
Yeah. Well, it's something we don't think about. We just breathe. You don't ever think about breathing. But, man, when you can't, you think about it a lot. But, no, that was and I used to be a runner. And I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and run 3 miles a day.
Okay.
And so to not be able to breathe, oh, man, that was tough. But, no, I was blessed. The doc gave me okay and everything was good, so I tickled with that.
I want to make sure I heard that right. You got up in the morning at 5 o'clock and ran 3 miles. Was your house on fire or your car broke down? I mean,
you got to remember, most of my life was spent in uniform, and true. I had become so accustomed to that discipline that and to be honest with you, and this is going to sound like I've lost my mind, but I used to really enjoy it. Today, my hips and my knees will not handle that pounding anymore. But there was a time that I actually enjoyed getting up and running. And Amanda used to, it's raining. Yeah, I'm gone. It was just one of those discipline things that you just get and you do it.
Yeah, I got a buddy that's retired Army, and he's the same way. He's up, before dawn in the morning, and if the weather's decent, he's outside doing whatever, all kinds of calisthenics and exercises, and it's part of his routine. Like, we get up and brush our teeth. He gets up, brushes teeth, goes out, works out, goes to work. Well, he's retired, he doesn't go to work, but goes, about his day. But
there was a time, and Fred, if you're still on there, Fred can relate. Because that was just part of the discipline. But, I can't do it anymore. But, nah. So how's the chassis going on that hot rod you're working on?
Mine?
Yeah.
I mocked them together, especially because of the aftermarket motor. I know that there's been an issue with them, but as of right now, and I haven't put it completely together yet, so I'm still kind of blowing smoke. But as of the mock-up with no tires, it looked like it was going to be all right. I've been on the lookout for it because you said something about it and Jason KRD said something about it. So we're working on that. We're checking that out to make sure that all is well there. But the real truth is I don't have an answer to that question yet. We're hoping that everything goes together like it should.
I had built that one so many years ago. I don't remember what the issues were, but I want to say that it was an engine fit or something. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong there, but
Jason said his body was kind of cattywampus. Now looking at the body,
we can all see that in his videos.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Wow.
Fred says he'd run and then run some more and then run some more and then dot. With some push-ups in between.
Yeah, before I had COVID, I was a heavy lifter. I did like powerlifting workouts at the gym. I was
Justin, your
deadlifting my
lunch
body
doesn't
weight.
count.
No. That's what I did after effect. That was just no. I'm not even gonna go there. No, I would squat 300 pounds, deadlift 300 pounds, all that shit. And then after I had COVID, man, I have a hard time getting up the steps. It sucks.
I wake up every morning and do my exercises.
There you go.
After about 10 of those, I'm done, man.
I was gonna say, I'll take 2 or 3 sips using my right hand, and I'll take 2 or 3 sips using my left hand.
I lift weights.
That's
16 ounces at a
the
time.
morning routine now. But no, in getting back to what you were saying earlier, no, it feels great to be back into this. It just feels great to feel great again.
Right. To be able to get out and go and do and see and be seen. That's a good thing, man. I know when I first started on this dart, I called you about, some tips and advice and where to look for different, markings and all. And I think that was right when you were first getting sick. And it didn't take too long after that, and you were in pretty rough shape, man. We were worried about you.
Between getting to the hospital and then getting back here, all I wanted to do was just be still. And there was one point that I told Amanda, I said, I got to stop taking this med, because the prescription cough stuff, I would take it in the morning after I got up, had a little, and I didn't eat a lot. Surprisingly, I didn't lose much weight, but I wasn't eating. But I would take those meds, sit in my recliner, and she'd wake me up, and it's time for your med again. And it would be like 4 or 5 hours later. And I'm like, how am I sleeping so solid night and sleeping all day? It had to be the meds. But yeah, that was between just not feeling it and being unconscious. It's kind of hard to do anything hobby-wise. In fact, I didn't come out here. Gosh, I don't think I was out here for at least 3 weeks. I might have walked out here once or twice for something, but
make sure it's still there.
I didn't do anything. Yeah, make sure Amanda hadn't sold anything.
Getting rid of that stuff now.
Yeah.
Well, I
but
had
no,
a smaller version of what you had. I was down for like 4 days, but man, it's just. Whew. No thanks.
I don't ever want this again. Doctor said give it about 3 months and go get the RSV shot. I said you won't have to ask twice. I had never even heard of RSV, and but I definitely don't want it again.
Last time I RSV'd is for a wedding. I told him I'd be there, and how many I was bringing.
But now what I'm working on today is just back to the chassis, the final part of the chassis. I've already got the scratch built some of the roll cage for it, for my Mustang, for the short track group build.
Okay, yeah.
Darn you for that, because I was going to try to ease off on the group builds this year. But when you hit that one, I'm like, oh, man.
That was all Jason. That was all Jason. Jason called me up.
Was that you, Jason?
That was all Jason's doing.
Yeah, okay.
I just
a little
last year I said I'm gonna back off on these group builds because I can't get what's on my build sheet list done. So I got to ease off on some of them. And when that one popped up, I'm like, man, that's right up my alley.
Right.
So, man, I can't not jump in on that one. But now I've got a little fit issue on my, I don't know if you can see that. All that scratch built, well, going the wrong way.
Hang on, Mark. Let's get you up on the big screen.
On the Nerf bar. Well, there.
There we go.
All these Nerf bars that are scratch built. I've got a little issue there. I'm gonna stand and straighten that up a little bit. I finally got the. Let's see if I can get it in here. The fuel cell fit. Well,
nice.
There you go.
The brace is correct. So that's all good. But I'm going to sand a little bit on this and then work on the roll cage fit a little bit more. But all that's pretty much scratch built. So it's looking good.
Cool.
But
did I hear you right, or do I remember right when you were building that for your fuel cell that you had to adjust some of the straps that your custom straps because they weren't quite right? Did I see that in a video? Is that right? Or am I thinking,
yeah, no. I'd made them a little bit too long, and but I'm really proud of it compared to the real car. I was really proud of the way that I'll get it right in a minute. That bumper bracket turned out. I'll chrome that. Well, I'm still not in frame, am I? But anyway, that framework, all that'll be chromed and set up. So, but yeah, it's this has been a really fun project. So thank y'all for that. Anyway, other than messing up my schedule, you know.
Yeah.
You know what? As long as we're having fun, I don't care what the schedule is.
Exactly. Yep.
And we'll go ahead and warn you that we plan on starting it over again at May 1st. So it'll be a go for another year.
Oh, great.
So let me throw this perspective at you on group builds. Always have enough in your stash that you want to build that you can join in a group build.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because a group build is just a build. You know what I mean? So
yes, but I'm hard-headed.
I gotta admit, I told myself at the beginning of the year, and I didn't do what Jason did 2 years ago and said, I'm absolutely not doing it, and then end up doing it anyway. So I told myself, all right, any group builds that I get into, it needs to be something that I would have built anyway, or that's on my list to build, and that way
That's right.
it's a double whammy, right?
Yep.
And then the great guys over at the Scale Model Car podcast came up with this rally cool idea. And I'm like, okay, now that one I had to add to the list. I wasn't going to build it, but
I mean, you didn't have to add it to the list,
I had to.
but you wanted to add it to the list.
I wanted to add it.
I was going to say some of it's got to have a little more desire than having to. You got to kind of want to it well.
But Mark, I don't think I've done a video yet, or maybe you haven't seen. But have you seen the rally car that I picked out? I picked out the coolest of cool rally cars. Have you seen it yet?
No.
Oh, hang on. Let me show you. I'm super proud of it.
I have not.
This is like the greatest. I'm even going to get up on the big screen. This is the greatest rally car ever to be designed.
The racer. The fishbowl on wheels.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
But you know what? That'll be probably among the most unique ones there.
It'll be
sure.
I'm sure it'll be the only pacer. I'm sure it'll be the only pacer there for sure.
I was getting ready to say I haven't even seen that kit in eons.
So funny story. Way back when I first started my channel, I had bought one of those kits, and I was watching YouTube, and Chip Foose did a drawing of a kind of like a resto mod type pacer where he enclosed the big back window, not the one on the hatch, but the big ugly one on the side. Backside. Closed that in, and he just did a sketching of it. So that's the first model that I started building on my channel, and I got that same kit. Well, I paid like $30 for it, $35 from eBay. I go back to get this one, and because I got the box and whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be different. It'd be fun. We'd get some jokes out of it. I go back, and the only one that's on there is $200, and I'm like, well, it looks like I'm getting a Hero Oshima or a Tamiya or something like that. But just for poops and giggles, I texted messaged the guy, and he was like, I'll take $100 for it, shipped. I'm like, you know what? It's going to be worth $100 in giggles. So I went ahead and bought it for honor. But I couldn't believe how much they had jumped up.
Well, the Toledo NNL was still around, the original NNL Nationals. The vendors up there 20 years ago, they had two humongous, kind of like NNL East, you got two enormous rooms. That just were packed, and there was almost nothing you couldn't find at those. And this show yesterday, wow, there were some things that I was just wow, it was kind of cool to see again. And I can't say that I didn't come back with a few things. I'll do a video on my stash stuff later, but there was some cool stuff. There really was. But yeah, I love some of those old ones like that. And you know, you don't find not only that Pacer, but find a stock Gremlin or something like that. You just
Yeah, they're tough to find. And I think it was AMT repopped one, and then they repopped it in a different box. But
yeah.
Hey, beautiful. All right, we'll see you just a little bit. The walking boss has made it home from her weekend trip, and she's got a headache. So I'm pretty sure she went out partying last night.
Oh,
She went down to the east coast of Florida, I believe Port St. Lucie area, and she sent me a picture of this big old gator next to the road. I said, "That's not a friendly toy. Leave that alone. Keep on going. Keep moving."
some things just leave be.
Exactly right. That don't poke that. That's kind of a dinosaur bear. You don't poke the bear, right?
What's going on, Mike? Mike's Mods and Customs.
The chat's blowing up today, man. We got 28 folks in here. Got 11 thumbs up. Y'all make sure to hit that thumbs up button for us.
Why would we hit a thumbs up?
Shares it. Come on,
Who in the world likes big old thumbs up?
nobody likes big old thumbs up. That's become a thing. Every time I meet somebody for the first time, they're like, "Hey, you're the big old thumbs up guy." I was like, "Yep, that's me." Man, but yeah, these Edward racing seatbelts are freaking phenomenal. I love them. Goodness, K-Dog's model car. Yeah, they said that he said he saw you yesterday at the show, Mr. Mark.
Yep, K-Dog. My man, K-Dog.
Got a bunch in here, man. Kit Bash Customs is in here. Of course, Joe, Boston Buds, Kevin Smith, Project Go, which is either Lewis or Andrew, probably Lewis.
Welcome one and all.
Man, we got a bunch of people in here just hanging out on a Sunday afternoon, seeing what we can throw.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Very cool.
Thanks, Sluggo. But anyway, what about you, Jason? I know you did your recording for the podcast this evening. What else have you been up to? What have you been
Nothing.
Nothing?
No, nothing.
Nothing?
Didn't have a chance to get in here at all this weekend. Nothing. I told you guys before we went live that it was kind of a mess at work Friday. So Heather got a big promotion at work, so we went out yesterday and celebrated that.
Congrats to her.
Congrats.
Nice.
Yeah, and here I am this morning doing chores around the house so that I can sit here and hang out with you guys today. So I haven't gotten a lot done this weekend.
I can't say nothing. I told the story about Mama went out of town all weekend. She left me a list of honeydews. And I, of course, dragged my feet yesterday and sat in front of this bench all day long. And she called me around 1 o'clock, said, "Okay, I'll see you at 4." I'm like, shoot, I got the show at 4. I better go do my honeydews before she gets here.
Right.
So that was last minute running around like a chicken with my head cut off, but I got it.
Yeah.
Like a kid when mom's almost home.
Right? Got to clean up from the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were supposed to record Friday. We were scheduled, and then kind of sort of last minute, I wasn't going to be able to make it. So I told those guys to just do it without me, and they decided that it couldn't be done without me. So here we were. Doing it this morning.
Well, I was going to say, oh, man, that was very nice of them.
It was. Yeah, good bunch of guys, even Matt.
Even Matt.
In all honesty, though, that's how we do it on the Insanity. If one of us isn't available, we don't do it until that we're all available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess they did a quick little thing where they read some emails because we were way backlogged on reading emails. So they took care of that. But
That works.
yeah.
Yeah, we're expecting Mr. BG. Hadn't seen him yet. He probably
Yeah,
just tied
well,
up
it
loose
was
ends, but he'll be here when he gets here.
I say when we broke off from the podcast, I said, all right, it's in a few minutes. He's like, okay, sounds good.
I sent him the link.
Yeah.
Hey, who's going to NNL East?
Here's the truth, Mark. I really, 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 really want to go. And I've got several reasons to go and some invites and an opportunity to hang out with Tooch. And it's going to really boil down to I sold some of my shop stuff that I've been hanging on to that when I sold out of my one-to-one business. I sold it to a guy that's a friend of mine that I know needs it and is a little shy on money. So basically, he's going to borrow it and then make enough money using the stuff to pay for it. And if he pays up in time, then I'm going to go. And if he doesn't, then I'll have to miss out. But I really want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually go every year, but I can't this year. The 1 year I can't.
I might.
1 year oh man, and the 1 year I can.
Right? Well, you guys laugh. I after I was watching your live Thursday, Mike, I got on and I sent Matt a message and said, really, dude, did I really just hear that you're going to NNL East on the year that I can't go? Like, what is up with that? He's like, yeah, I don't know.
Sounds like you need to rearrange your schedule there, Buckaroo.
Sounds like I need to rearrange my bank account there, Buckaroo.
Man, all this overtime you've been doing with all that snow?
If we're honest,
no
that's got a
joke.
lot to do with it.
Yeah, it's a financial thing.
Yeah.
That's what I like about, owning the business. You sound like, you own the business, you can do whatever you want. That is so not the case.
That is not true. Even though Amanda and I retired, we still have our LLC, and
yeah,
that there's times that I truly believe even though we're retired, that we'll work squad room and it'll be busier. We work harder doing that than we did when we worked.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we want to rebuild and add on to the existing deck that we have out. That deck that we sat on, Mike, when you came up and visited. We want to redeck that and add on to that. Plus, I want to build a new fire pit out back. So there's stuff around here that needs to be paid for more than I need to go to a model show.
Yeah, I understand that.
Well, I can relate to that.
Shaking his head.
Now, hold on, Justin. Wait a minute. I agree because Amanda and I use the grill, the patio, and the fire pit, that kind of stuff. That gets good use almost year round. Well, the fire pit maybe not, but the rest of it gets used year round and with some great enjoyment. So I'm with you there.
Thank you.
Priority wise, I agree with you.
Yeah, but you know what though? You're out there at a fire pit. You're not at your bench building.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
If you were telling me you're upgrading your bench, I'd be all for it. But all you want to do is sit around a fire and drink.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
What's your point?
Don't worry, I'll make sure I send you plenty of pictures.
I'm going to try to have the coverage from the show yesterday. I'll try to have the coverage from the show yesterday sometime tonight.
Nice.
Blue Street Customs. Matthew from MCV is in the chat, so he's either just getting home, hanging out. Appreciate you guys coming in, saying hey. Definitely y'all need to tune in Thursday night to the AMC show because Matthew will be our special guest on Thursday night, so we're looking forward to having him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Cool.
Yep, Matt's going to be in there.
Did I hear you were getting Donati on your show too?
Yes, Frank Donati will be on the show April 17th. We have Matthew on the 13th of this month, which is obviously this coming Thursday, but everybody, all of our guests are important, but we've got Rick and Jim from JR Salvino's coming on the show the 20th of this month. So we're
All
excited about
right.
having those guys on too as well. Yeah,
That's cool. That's very cool.
Big shout out. I don't see Matt in there. I think he's probably still doing the recording, but big shout out to Matt Lucasy for making that connection for us.
Yeah.
I just backing up looking at some of the folks. I've been sanding and not paying attention to the comments. My apologies, guys.
Yeah, no, same here.
My buddy Tim Custom. That's one creative mind right there, too. And that's the way I'll leave it. So, now I've known Tim for a lot of years. Oh, man, we got a ton of folks. Wow.
We do. And I don't think I've said hi to half of these people. Hi, Donnie, Big Sky Model Workshop. What's going on? ELH Scale Model Garage.
Yep, that's Ed.
Dirt Road Cinderella. How could I have missed her?
All right. Tiffany.
Sluggo. What the heck,
Yeah,
Sluggo?
Tiffany.
You were on my chat. Now you're over here?
Oh, he left a message that he's going to leave Blue Ox come over here and give me some love. I don't have any friends. So if it wasn't for you, there'd be nobody in the chat.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Tim, we missed you yesterday, buddy. I looked for you when I got there.
That sounds like a show I need to add to my list. Chris from Chris's House of Plastic. But yeah, that Roanoke show, and I still want to get to that Hope It Don't Snow show. And what is that? That's in Spartanburg, Mark?
Spartanburg, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Trying to get to that one too.
Yeah, that
There's actually a
and
couple of them.
with this sickness, I missed the Hope It Don't Snow show, and that's right in my hometown. And we had planned on coming down to JaxCon, and of course that didn't happen either. But there's always next year, hopefully.
There is always next year. Since Tim wasn't there, Hector took all the words.
Well, there's always a fire pit to build, right?
That's right, Matthew. Hector, and hey, hats off to Hector Guadalupe from yesterday. Man, he took some hardware big time in too.
That's
Matt,
awesome.
Matt was up there a couple of times. Congrats, Matthew.
Did I hear that you won something while you were there? Took a little iron home with you?
My 30-second scale car, the 30-second scale car in the phone booth got some stuff.
Sweet. Well, when we were at Acme, and Mr. Mark, I love you, so I'm going to blame this 100% on your 30-second scale race car. If you remember, I had my stuff all laid out, and then you were right next to me, right? So I think that's why I didn't get any awards at Acme. They were running past my crap to go look at your awesome build. So I'm blaming it all on you.
That's funny.
I don't think so.
I can't blame them, though, because I ran right past my crap to look at that car. That thing's amazing.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
What's the next show for everybody?
For me, for sure, it'll be HamsCon, which is in basically at the Strawberry Festival in Lakeland, Florida.
Nice.
Isn't there one in Tampa sometime?
There's a few of them down here. There's one called Southlands. It's in Tampa. I've not been.
That may be the one I'm thinking about.
I've not been to that one.
Yes, somebody sent me a flyer on that one to shout out.
I've got a show coming up on April 6th in Maine that we're looking forward to. Yep. It's about 20 minutes from the house, so that's always a plus.
I noticed
Yeah.
you just kind of threw that one in there so that I won't give you a shit for going to Maine for a show and not New Jersey.
Well, Jason, did you go to, or are you still going to that show in, what is it, Williston, Vermont?
Yeah, so I can't make it to NNL East, but I'm replacing that show with one I've never been to in Williston, Vermont, Can-Am Con.
Lame.
Look, remove Justin. Oh, I might have to do that. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be a full weekend trip.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, we got a hotel room at a very nice resort that we've been wanting to stay at for a few years, and we're gonna spend the weekend over there. So
You're gonna go and blow all your cash on that one show, huh?
Yep, exactly. Done for the year.
Leave me hanging at freaking NNL East.
Yep. Trust me, Justin, you won't be hanging anywhere at NNL East. You're going to be so busy, you're not going to know what the hell to do with yourself.
That is funny, though.
That show is insane. The first time you walk into NNL East ever, it's like complete sensory overload. You don't know which way to look, where to go.
I was telling, because they hold MosquitoCon at that same location. And I was telling the guys in the Discord the other night, roughly that they'll have 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, builds in there. And Tooch lives, I guess, real close to there. And he was like, I don't know how they get that. I mean, they got plenty of room. He said, that's a lot of people in there. And he was like, yep.
It is. It is a lot of people in there.
My next show will be Amps Nats in Camp Hill.
Amps.
Nice.
That will be the one for me.
Hey, Fred, if you're still on here, Fred Henry, if you're still on here, isn't there a show in Atlanta next week? The IPMS group?
AtlantaCon, I believe, is coming up. I don't know if it's next week, but I know
I'm trying to remember.
Up.
It was one of my shows, and I do think it was this. It is this weekend. And I may run down to that. Because that's not very far. About 2 hours. And then March 29th, Myrtle Beach.
I have heard about that show. Have you been there?
I have not. This will be a first, but Amanda and I were planning on trying to make that one too.
Somebody was telling me, they call it BeachCon or something like that?
Yeah, BeachCon.
I heard about it too. I mean, anytime you get a chance to go to Myrtle Beach, that's a great excuse to go there and hang out.
Thank you, Fred. I thought I remembered that. Well, then again, Fred says he's going to be there. I may not go.
Yeah, you may not want to go.
You know I love you, bud.
Swamp Cabbage. Sometimes the show Zolicon that I was at, they did have vendors that were selling models here and there, but it was fairly sparse for model purchases. Since I'm a figure guy, that's mainly what I do. Those action figures are, they're right on par with what I do anyhow. So there's lots of that there.
Yeah.
I think some of the model event shows have adopted the con part of it. So it's, like Jack's Con, Pam's Con. So
yeah,
they've adopted that. So not to get confused with the Comic Con.
Well, it's really just the convention part of that is really all that is. So
yeah.
Woo.
Like there was a guy walking around in full on Space Marine armor at this show. Like, he had a Bluetooth speaker hanging from the small of his back, playing theme music everywhere he walked. I was like, yeah, this is yeah, really? Like, dude was like 7 feet tall with all the armor on, and he's walking.
Nice.
I was going to ask if he had the stilt things on or whatever.
No, I don't think it was stilts, but with the armor and everything, he was just, 1.5 times a human.
Enormous. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what my girl's into. It's like vampires and all that, but there's a name for it. And I'm drawing a blank on it right now. But we went to one of her shows, and they had a guy like that. It was in some costume from a movie or whatever, and he was, like you're saying. I think he was up on stilts because that dude was like 10 foot tall. But it was really neat to see how they get in, but it was like a lot of movie stuff and blood and gore, and it's not emo, but it's something, whatever. It's pretty cool stuff.
Like gothic.
Yeah, kind of gothic type stuff.
And look, don't get me wrong, I'm not judging that dude. Because I was a stranger in the street.
Hey, outside that armor, he's probably CEO of some major corporation or something.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah, on the sliding scale of nerdism, with the baseline being the quote unquote nerdy girls on Instagram, and these guys were at the far end.
Yeah, the other end. Fred just brought up Acme this year. That's going to be a good show because I know that. I mean, every year it's always a good show, but we've got a lot of even in my little circle, a lot of people that are going to go for the first time, and man, we're excited about that. Jason and Bruce and Joe, Big Joe's going to come.
I've heard that too from a lot of people that it'll be their first time.
Yep.
And I had no problem telling them you will not be disappointed.
Absolutely not be disappointed at all. It's a great time. Joe, the Big Sky modeler, I get to pick him up Thursday afternoon. He's going to fly in.
He had mentioned he's coming. Awesome.
Yep. And as many shows as Jason and Bruce and I have done, we've never met face to face, so that'll be fun. But we'll have to get everybody back in front of the camera like we did last year. Just we'll have 3 cameras to work from. Have more people crowded around more people. You guys picked up any new products or new kits? Well, I know, Mark, you got to do your video on your show, so we won't steal any thunder from there. But any new products and stuff you guys picked up? Try it out, enjoying. I'm going to start with these Edward seat belts, man. If you're into,
I picked up a. No, go ahead.
Go ahead, Mark. Oh, guys, yeah, these Edward seat belts that I picked up. If I can get off the plate here, they're half gone off of there because I've been building them. But I highly recommend these things, man. I know it's photo etch, which is the devil's metal, but these things are really simple to work with. They're small.
Did you get the red ones or the blue ones?
I've got the red ones, blue ones, black ones.
Did you get the red ones or the blue ones?
The ones I'm working on right now are the red ones, but
I haven't picked up the black ones yet.
Yeah. I got everyone. They got blue ones, red ones, black ones. I got them all. And I bought 2 of each because I'm like, that's photo etch, so I'm bound to lose a piece, a part, or something. But so far, I've been lucky, and these things are
if you do
really,
photo
really
etch,
nice.
you're going to lose some.
Right. So what'd you get, Mark?
I picked up some stuff from MCV Products. Have y'all ever heard of them?
Who's that?
No, is that a new company?
MCV.
MCV?
Has anybody heard of them?
No.
In fact, Matthew had a.
There used to be a channel on YouTube called Model Car Videos, but I don't know that I've ever heard of MCV. Are they connected?
Don't say. Where are they located?
Somewhere in Georgia.
But awesome.
Really nice guy, though. I've met him a couple times. He's good.
I check Matthew's website frequently because I want to see what else is new. And I asked you yesterday, there was two things in particular. I said, are these on the website? He said, oh, yeah, they've been on there. How did I miss these? But he's got an absolutely awesome and ever-growing line. And the quality of the stuff. Well, y'all see how I harp on it on the quality of the stuff. It's really something. Of course, the 3D printers, all the guys out there doing it today are doing a great job.
Yeah, they absolutely are. My channel's been blessed to be sponsored by Joel from Iceman Collections. He's all the time releasing new stuff and doing a lot of neat stuff. He's got the Builder Show now, which is really neat. You guys need to check that out. But we love him to death. And of course, Josh sponsors our Thursday show, and Matt's just a good friend that helps us out whenever we need it, man. It's great to have those guys that are producing these high quality products in the hobby.
Yep. And VCG has come up big time too.
Yep. Josh is a real nice guy. Great products.
Jason, did you see Matt's post in our chat head?
No. Worth going to look at.
I'm excited. As for what I've purchased, aside from those 3D printed things, I'm trying to save $1 bill for next weekend. I've shared it in a bunch of places. AAA Hobbies in New Jersey is having a sidewalk sale, and holy smokes, my man Jack, he's the marketing manager over there. He sent me these pictures. So many kits. He said if you show up with $100, you're gonna go home with a lot of stuff.
Nice.
He said he showed me one. It's a 16th scale German half track. Typically, I think $300. They've got it marked down to 25.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Holy smoke.
Yeah, they do a sidewalk sale once a year. Last year, a buddy of mine got the the 1/12 scale Mang GT, the Ford GT40. It's like a $300+ kit, $10.
Dude, I got to have that. I want that one in that truck. That truck is amazing too.
I had just spent a small fortune at Amps Nats last year, so I didn't go to the sidewalk sale, and I'm kicking myself in the taint that I didn't.
Right.
Yeah,
I think we've all been there before too.
Yeah, right. Jason, how exciting is that?
That's insane. That's insane.
And by the way, King, hey, go for it.
What was that?
Mark's locking up a little bit. Is it me?
Oh, I was just telling Bob, posted a few minutes ago something about using one of my tags to help MCV products. I said, hey, go for it.
Hey, the mediocre model.
That's what we're all about. Is helping all of us helping each other.
Hey, what's going on, Mark?
But that's my hang up about going to NNL East. I fly up there and either Uber over to the motel and event and whatever. But if I buy a bunch of stuff and pay to have it shipped back home, it's not going to be good deals anymore, because by the time I pay for the ship, then I'll have spent what it cost me, what I would save. But I think it was Adams that said something about, well, just buy the one kit that you can't find, one or two kits that you can't find anywhere else, put them in your bag and take them home. I'm like, now that's thinking with your dipstick, Jimmy.
You can also bring a second bag and check your baggage. You know what I mean?
Right,
That's what a lot of the guys do, is they'll bring a second piece of luggage just for what they buy at the show.
Exactly.
But I don't know how that the cost is compared to shipping it.
I could send it to my friend in New Hampshire, but I probably would never get them. Be like, oh, thanks, gifts, appreciate it. Like,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Oh, now see, that's not true. I would send them to you.
Yes, you would. I know you.
In photographs.
No,
This one went together really well. Good choice.
be like weird. I don't remember buying all these crew chief kits.
That's funny.
It's like a buddy build. Your buddy buys them, and this buddy builds them.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He knows what's up.
Well, talking about kits, did you see Joel released it, and somebody else did as well? Revell's and Jason, I'm sure you've done your research for the show. Revell's released a bunch of new kits, and one of them is the Chevy Love High Roller. Well, I'll say they haven't released it yet. They're
I was
going
gonna
to.
say they haven't released it yet, and there's no dates. So, but
Could be forever.
could be. Well, you never know. Probably this year. They'll probably spread it out over over this year. There's a couple of exciting kits in there. That Fiero GT is pretty exciting.
Yep.
I believe that kit was only released one time.
Could be.
So to have it repopped is pretty cool.
That is very cool. And I know I saw King Bob in here a while ago in the chat. He bought out of that collection that I had, he got, I think there was like 5 or 6 Fieros in there. There's a couple different MPC, AMT. I don't remember exactly who did what, but he was like, send them all. Send every one of them. I'll take them all. I'm like, well, they're not all there, but I'm a big high roller guy. That high roller series that came out, what was that, probably 80s, 90s?
Yes.
I was always a big fan of those. I've got the Ram Charger. I've got a couple of them, but they had a Camaro, they had a Chevelle, they had a bunch of that Ford. I want that Ford bad. The little F-150 square, kind of a square one. That is a cool build, but we'll see what happens. But I actually owned a Chevy Love back in the day, so a high roller Chevy Love would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool kit. Yep.
Mark's about to pull out that one of the high roller kits that I want. Mark's actually owns 2 of the kits, or at least one for sure, of the kits that are on my Grail list.
You think? Oh, by the way, Matthew, I hope you don't mind, but Matthew had a couple of brand new prints on display yesterday. While normally they're out of my wheelhouse, let me tell you, these things are cool. Matthew, let me know if I can. You know what? They'll be on his website shortly, he was saying. So you're going to have to see these things. But let me tell you, the quality of the printing and the coolness factor are just off the chain. And I think they're going to do well. And like I said, and I'm saying this about something that's out of my wheelhouse, but man, they were cool.
Absolutely. And that's the thing about being a modeler, right? Just because it's not for you doesn't mean you can't appreciate what it is and for somebody that would use it. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. I don't know if it's my service or what, but it keeps kind of freezing up on me. Might be we're getting some weather.
Sunspots.
Sunspots.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Sunspots. What is this? Total Recall?
Yeah, but you certainly aren't Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I love it.
Get in the chopper. Get in the chopper.
But I'm always back in the morning.
Oh my God. Wow.
You dream about her every night.
That's the Discord on the Insanity podcast, because if it ain't Justin, then it's Riv throwing out movie quotes. And if you don't pick up on it, especially if it's Riv, if you don't pick up on it, he'd be like, "What movie's that from? What movie's that from?" I'm like, I don't know, Riv. I don't sit around and watch movies all day long. If it ain't Fast Times at Ridgemont High, I don't know.
He's watching while he's building, so.
Right?
That's what we need to do. The model trivia question.
Right. 10 questions with a modeler. And that reminds me, Justin, we got to get Riv on board with that. Fred Henry does that 10 questions with a modeler, and he wants to do the insanity cast. I can't get a straight answer out of Riv.
Was that
I just need to give Fred
was that not a cool
Riv's
idea to come up
contact
with?
and tell him to go to work. Yeah, they are a lot of fun, man. That one we did at Acme was really fun, especially when Sarge showed up.
Yeah.
We did another one at JaxCon. I think I've done a couple of them.
I've been blessed to be involved in a couple of those, and they are always a lot of fun with all the guys.
Right.
And you never know what you're going to learn too from everybody.
Right. Guaranteed two things: you're going to laugh, and you're probably going to learn something.
Yeah, you're definitely going to laugh somewhere in there. And like I said, Fred, kudos, great idea for that, because it's always fun.
Uh-oh, somebody sent me a picture of a Chevy Love build. That is too cool. 1575. That's cool. I'll tell the story so I don't offend the person who just sent this picture of the Chevy Love, who clearly is in the chat. I got a new phone and I lost a lot of contacts. So whoever sent me the picture of the chat, sent me a picture of the Chevy Love. Send me another text with who it is, because all I got was the number.
It's a law. Pretty sure it's actually a law that every time somebody sends you a message and you got to write new phone, who this?
Who it is? Who that? Who that? That's another story. I've told it, I think, already once, but last weekend was a really crappy weekend for me. I'm at work Saturday and my girl calls and says the septic tank's backed up. So Sunday, I spend all day Sunday trying to get it unbacked up, which to no avail, of course, because I'm
How many fingers did it take?
all of them.
That's
so
fun.
I know more than get that, deal with that. And then I call my buddy that's in the septic tank business. And he's like, I can't be there until Friday. So I tell her, well, fortunately he had a cancellation, whatever. He shows up Tuesday, so that's not so bad. But somewhere in the middle of the day on Tuesday, my phone took a crap. It wouldn't charge up anymore. So between septic tank and no phone, I had quite the 3 or 4 days. But fortunately, I got my phone back. I just don't have all my numbers anymore.
That sounds like a shitty weekend.
It was a shitty weekend. I was literally standing in it.
Literally.
But, of course, I don't know. I mean, I didn't have a snake or nothing, right? So I'm going down there at Lowe's and I'm buying all this stuff. I should have just left it alone and be like, call a professional. This is not what I do for a living and I'm not good at it. But I got nothing but love and respect for those guys that do, because I couldn't imagine doing that all day.
Yeah, it's a shitty job.
Yeah, there's certain things we can all, I think, do.
Buddy of mine, the same buddy that came out, he's got it part of his advertisement on the side of his pump truck. It says, "We're number one in the number two business." Well, that's all you, Joe. He said he worked at a wastewater plant for 6 years. No, thank you. Josh Rosdom, what's up, buddy? Welcome to the show. I've literally been wearing my beer goggles so long I can't hardly see without them. I think my eyes need a break.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The photo etch. Can't do this photo etch without it. But I really enjoy it. These things are a lot of fun, man. I was a little bit worried about them, but they like Justin and those guys said, just get in it and go. So I'm like, all right, we're making it happen.
Make it happen, Captain.
Make it happen. Dang, BG must have got really tied up.
Yeah, I don't know.
You ain't even heard from him?
Nope, not a word.
You know how those Sunday afternoon naps can be.
Right?
Ha!
No, I don't have anything from him. Let me double check.
You make
He says, did Mike send the link yet? Did you send him a link?
Yeah. Oh, it's King Bob. Okay. Yeah, I sent him a link to the email that he asked me to. Did it not go through? Because I can resend it.
Oh, I'm messaging him right now.
Can you text him the link?
Yeah, I can text it to him, or I can. He prefers to get it via email because I guess that's
Oh.
probably how he links up with his
Yeah.
computer.
and all. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually do this on my iPad, so.
Oh, I know he's on a couple other different chat groups that I'm in with him. He's active on those now, and he says the link never came through.
Oh, that's probably why he didn't get through. You want me? I'll send it. You want to send it to him, or I can send it to him? Hang
No,
on.
send him. No, you can.
Yeah, I'll send it to him right now.
He's
Better
gonna.
late
I'm
than
gonna
never.
say.
Give me just a second, BG. I'm coming. Invite guest. Copy. I'm coming, BG. In fact, you're still in my recent sends. Well, you can tell Mr. B truly did manage to get to his website. However, his email link. However, I did forget to push send.
Jeez.
And that's
Oh
probably
my God.
I forgot to push send.
I'm not the only one.
Holy cow.
I'm the bozo. I'm the bozo. That one's on me. Get the BG's kids out. He's gonna be cussing me when he comes in. Be like, all right, what the heck?
Yeah.
You must push send. And this is why I do all that at like a half an hour before the show starts, so everybody can kind of get there when they get there. And I still did it. I still did it wrong.
Oh, Mike, I love you, buddy.
All right. I know. I'm the bozo. He'll be mad at me, but I know he still loves me.
Nah, he won't be mad at you.
He's
He
gonna
might
give
give
me a
you
hard
some.
time.
He might give you some shit, though. Yeah.
He's gonna give me some shit, but he won't be mad at me. All right, back to the directiones. Oh, yeah, very good, Fred. Oh.
What'd you say? Usually 6:30, 7 o'clock. Okay.
Do you want butter for your Irish soda bread?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes much more sense. Okay.
Eight. I don't want a number 8 on that. Well, these guys, wives leave them alone, let them speak very. Sluggo, it's not that. Oh, that was your Chevy Love. Okay, thanks, Fred. I'll put you back in. Sluggo, it's not that she doesn't bother me while I'm live casting. She just came in off of her weekend trip. She's in the bed curled up next to the pillow. She's been on the go, so she's leaving me alone so she can catch a nap.
Yeah, she's not leaving you alone. You're leaving her alone.
Right, exactly.
Ugh.
She is not afraid to come in here and be like, hey, you're supposed to be doing something else. She's done it to me before. She'll do it again.
What's everybody's next group build? If anybody's in one.
I've got a couple of them coming up, but I've got the very, very next one. I'm still working on my USAC and obviously still working on the Roundy Round car. So those two will probably be done about the same time. But the Coast to Coast 32 Ford, I'm going to be doing one of those. And then, of course, the Rally Cool rally car build for me.
Ah.
That 32 Ford, I've been collecting parts for it. I got an Iceman chassis, a lowering kit, and I picked up the Godzilla supercharged motor to put in it. So that should be a pretty cool build.
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty cool.
Yep. And then I'm going to go on to Mr. Fred Henry so I don't say it wrong, Fred Henry's West Georgia Rods and Customs, and I'm going to follow his advice on how to chop that 32.3 window, and I'm gonna chop my first 32. Oh, here it comes, guys. Y'all get ready. I'm about to get a tongue lashing.
Ooh, sounds naughty.
Well, you're gonna have to tell him the truth, Mike, because I didn't tell him why he didn't get a link.
Mr. BG, you know I love you, right?
Yeah.
I screwed up. I forgot to put send on the email. My bad, my
Oh, it's
brother.
all
I
right.
apologize.
I just
I was
figured
looking
you'd
for you. I'm like, man, he must really be tied up.
No, I was like, oh, I guess I'm not okay. I'll just go out and take the battery out of the car so I can take it to the store later.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Mark, how you doing, my friend?
Good, my friend.
Good.
My
BG,
apologies,
what's up, buddy?
BG.
Hey, Jay, how you doing, Justin?
Doing all right.
What's going on, Brian? It's been a long time since I talked to you.
I know, right? It's been like an hour and a half. Oh, plus, there was a time change, so I was like, wait, did we move back or forward? Or 'cause Arizona doesn't? Yeah, Arizona doesn't change, so I'm like, I know we didn't change.
Hey, that's the perfect reason for being late, the time change.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. Well, at least you get to spend like a half an hour with y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Some time is better than no time.
All right.
That's right.
That's what she said.
Well, we'll go ahead and just get you right in on it. Want to show everybody what you're working on? You're on
I
next
am
week.
working on the dart bag because that deadline's coming up mighty darn quick. So
Good.
still need to figure out the exhaust. That's like the only thing that's holding me up, and I have to clean up the firewall a little bit. But other than that, I think this guy's ready for paint on the underside.
Nice.
Brian, let me see that. Brian, hold on. Let me see that rear suspension again.
This
Oh,
stuff
wow.
here.
How cool is that?
Well, thank you. I did a lot of scratch work on this to raise it all up and make my own shackles.
Uh-huh.
Loving
It's not 100% beautiful, but it'll get the job done. I mean,
But she's got it where it counts.
exactly.
She's got it where it counts. That's right.
Maybe this will be the Millennium Dart.
There you go.
I love the name of that thing, the dart bag. I think that's funny.
Thank you. Well, it's because it came in a bag.
Hey. Hey, listen, those are the best deals at the shows, man. When they get those kits in a bag, those are always the best deals.
Oh man, I
Yeah.
love going through bins of those things.
Mhm.
I was actually gifted this kit by James Tester.
Oh, really?
Yeah, years ago, I guess he got like this big bin of parts, and there was supposed to be three different kits, all the same, version, but three different model kits in there. So I actually because I love doing this. I sat down with instructions and picked out every single, because all the parts were cut off the trees. I picked out every single part and got 2 complete kits, and then James let me keep whatever was left over.
Nice.
That was my fee. So gave him 2 complete kits and then kept this one. And I've actually parted it out a little bit. That's why our buddy Kelly Coons hooked me up with another roll bar for this guy.
There's another great name, Kelly Coons. Him,
Kelly Coons.
what he does with
Chili, yeah.
Fred's 10 questions. I laugh and I laugh and I laugh. Funny.
I actually got in the mail, I got one of his chips
Oh, really?
for my Jimmy build.
Nice.
I'll have to go put that with it still, but I was pretty floored by that.
I'm looking into those chips for my channel and the AMC show.
It's a good idea.
Just
man.
a heads up, Mike. Chip
Yeah.
Labs has a sale.
Yeah,
Chip,
Riv was
Chip
saying
Labs
something
is
like
running a big sale this week.
that. Yeah. But I also I'll go down to I got a graphic designer guy. It's a good friend of mine. He's the guy that came up with my logo and my decals and my cards and all that. But I feel like, and because I watched BG at Acme, people were asking, "What is this? What is this you gave me?" I think I want to get like a business card size description of what it is. Hey, this is no part of the show. This is just something that I liked what I saw, what you did, so da 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 da. And here's what it is.
Well, it's such a unique idea. I did the same thing. I put out 4 yesterday. I usually do the 3 top cars that are my personal favorites. This, again, nothing affiliated with the show. And then I gave one to a particular content creator that I hadn't met before. Hadn't seen in a long time in this case, but that just does a great job. So I gave them one too. But I think the chips are a good idea.
I love it.
Yeah. It's an appreciation
Y'all
thing.
y'all seen mine, haven't you? BG, you've seen mine, haven't you?
I don't. Yeah, you sent me pictures of those.
Yeah, I didn't know if I did or not. In fact, y'all told me where to order them.
That's right.
Very affordable too.
Yep. So, Mike, are you going to say on your business card, nobody here at the show likes your model, but I do?
That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah. Listen, as a purveyor of building crappy models, I recognize them, and yours is crappy like mine. So just wanted you to know you're not alone here at the show with a crappy model.
Oh man.
crap recognizes crap, dude.
Right?
So
That's what
you
I'm
know
saying.
what though, guys? There was actually a guy who 3D printed piles of crap, little itty bitty piles of crap, and put them out at ArmorCon last year.
Really?
The builds he liked. It was a little weird. Yep.
That's brave. I mean, it's funny.
That
but
is
that's
brave.
That
That's real
is
brave.
My wife just pointed out he painted them gold, and it was golden crap.
Ah, yes. The golden
Yeah,
turd.
basically, it said, "I like your shit." I can tell you, us armor guys, we're a little more tolerant to that kind of thing.
Well, it just fit because I have it backwards. Dude. Fit like 20 seconds ago.
Mark, I sent you a message, but not Mark. Yeah, Mark Ride the Wind mark, but resend it, buddy. It didn't go through for some reason. All I got was the text part of your message. But I got too many things going on. Bruce will tell you I'm not allowed to touch buttons, and I got I really like touching stuff. I'm gonna mess something up.
I think it'd be awesome if your mascot was named Buttons. I'm not allowed to touch buttons.
Buttons, right?
Jesus Christ.
Fuck around, looking like
Wow.
a big Target store button, or no, the blue light special.
Oh,
the button,
my
big
God.
Target store button.
Okay, I glued up a roll bar. I'm done for the day.
Nice.
That's actually more model building I've gotten done in the last 10 days.
Yeah, but you went to
I swear, man, we were on the road every single day.
I was going to say, yeah, but you hadn't been home, have you?
No, we haven't been home. We just got home Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday last week. But we put, I drove 2,060 miles on that last leg.
Wow.
And I know a lot of our over-the-road driver friends out there were like, yeah, whatever. But I'm like, dude, that's a long time.
Yeah.
And I listen to every podcast but ours.
I don't blame you.
Really?
I'm just
Really,
kidding.
dude?
I usually stop what I'm doing and go to yours when I see it released. So
Yeah, I was like,
Okay.
aren't you the guy that sends me a text message of what?
yeah, right.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, you lying. I know you listen to us.
Let's see.
Now, me, on the other hand, I don't listen to ours.
Neither do I.
I was there. Why do I need to re-listen to it?
Right. Unless
That's
Matt
'cause-
did something fun.
Well, that's you guys don't have a Rob Riv, because he's like, did you listen? Did you listen?
Ah, okay.
No, I was there. I was live.
Right, exactly.
I remember everything I hear, so I have a phonographic memory.
Oh,
Phonographic.
I like it.
Let's see.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that kind of etched up on me. That's weird. Oh, I got to panel line those. Yeah. But it's been 10 days, so now I'm like, what was I doing?
Yep.
What was I doing? Let's get out our Dirt Road Cinderella pen.
I love that thing.
Right? This thing is
Are you building the Subaru rally car? Is that the one you're building?
Who are you talking to?
You, Jason.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm building.
Gary just sent me some pictures of one he built. I think those things look amazing, man. That's cool.
I'm building this one.
Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah, blue and yellow. Yeah, that's it. Cool stuff, man. 2005, something or other. You got this blue with the yellow stripes and looks like stars or whatever on it.
Yeah, they all do, though.
Oh, they all do. Okay.
Yeah, so this one's the Rally of Great Britain.
Well, Gary's in the chat. He can probably tell you which one he's got. This, I don't know nothing about rally cars. I just think they're cool.
I know you don't know nothing about rally cars. I saw your choice.
Yeah, true story.
Jesus.
Well, I earned that. That's payback for not pushing send an hour and a half ago.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that hurt. But well, he did say the first time I showed him what I was building, he was like, "Oh, that's the rally car that gets the pizzas for the real rally cars."
Yeah, that's the delivery vehicle. Oh, hey,
J Hart, Model Works. Question: Anyone airbrushed the new AK Real Colors lacquers? Yes, I have. If you guys listen to the Model Insanity podcast, I am like a mad scientist. I will try anything, and I have sprayed those. I would thin them out. Mr. Color Leveling Thinner works great with those, and it's yes, thin them. I would say start 50-50 mix. Granted, I am talking to you from an aircraft and armor perspective. I do thin the shit out of all of my paints and sneak up on the finish that I want.
Makes sense.
Well said.
Yeah, man. Look, he's already got it. MLT was the plan, so he knows. He knows what's up.
And make sure you get the 400 bottle because the other bottle is too small.
Jesus Christ.
So, Justin, have you
Yes.
watched any of the J Hart videos?
I have not. I'm not familiar with that. What is
Look
is that
up
the name
his
of the channel?
channel. He is a phenomenal builder.
Yep.
Well, then
And
why
a
the
good
hell's he
printer,
asking
too.
us questions?
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
Nah,
Like,
that's-
what's he
that's
doing here?
cheesy.
I don't know how I get all these great guys to come on here. I don't know how Jason agreed. He just feels bad for me. Right?
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking either, Mike. Don't worry.
With friends like y'all, who needs enemas?
Well, at least you all got pressed send.
Oh, stop
Oh.
it! Stop it! You know you're my hero, BG.
Whoa!
Yep, you lost
Wow!
it, dude. You
Fickle!
lost it. You
Fickle!
lost your
Fickle!
title.
Fickle!
All right,
You
I
lost
just
your
subscribed,
title.
so I'll be watching them later.
Man, I remember there used to be a day when Mike would sing to me.
That's a true story. Every time we come into the room, there goes my hero, and he's like, "Stop it!" Well, you don't have to right now.
Yeah, J Hart, they are pretty good paints. I do like them. I'm actually been
Yeah.
I've been hooked on the Mig Adams lately, though. Mig Adam paints. I've been really enjoying these right now.
Mhm.
And
Isn't
they're-
that the guy that's the guy that's on your podcast, right?
No. That's
Mig
Phil
Adams?
Flowers. No. And then they also have this line for cars,
Yeah, the Cobras.
the Cobra line. I
Cobra
freaking
line.
love these paints.
Are those enamel?
Nope, they are a solvent-based acrylic.
Okay.
So they're,
So
they're
not
very
unlike
similar.
a Tamiya.
Yeah, very similar to Tamiya.
Mhm.
They
Yeah, I know
also they also are the ones that bought out Alclad, so their A
Yes.
stand is the old Alclad stuff.
Oh.
I've used the black chrome, and I've told this story, but I've used the black chrome, and it didn't do as well as the other, but I think it was more me than the product. I think it was a me thing, not a product thing. Yeah, that was my fault.
I'm an old school from aircraft and automotive. I love all clad. I just hope they don't change the formula at all.
I love
Can
me
we
some
can we
Alclad
tell
as
which
well.
one got panel lined and which one didn't?
Is it the one with the panel line?
Very good.
Hang on,
Yeah.
we gotta get you up here.
Yeah, that's very good, Justin. It's the blue one. That's right.
It's the
Excellent.
I'd
Yeah,
say the
makes a
one on
heck
the
of a
bottom
difference.
got panel line.
Very
cool.
good.
Yeah, I had to get it right after I didn't push send.
So, of all the buttons he doesn't push.
I didn't push that one. Dang.
All right, you can.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, I take you down.
Yeah.
I went back to my seatbelt before I went back. I should have stayed with you.
What are you working on, Mark?
I am working on my Saturday Night Short Track group build car, and I'm standing a little bit on one of the dart pieces for my 440. I'm a Hemi guy, but I decided to do a 440 in my USAC build
Nice.
from MCV Products.
Get that shout out.
Good stuff.
Absolutely.
I'm actually
Um,
using a MCV Products front suspension on mine.
Ah,
But talking about that build, Mark, when you were showing in your video where you were showing how you measured that and got that nose to slope over like you did,
oh, Drew.
that
Yeah.
was very, very informative.
Well, the thing is, that's the way we did the real car that way. Just cut a small section and then just ease it down and weld it back. It was just that easy.
It was very informative. I enjoyed watching that.
And to be honest with you, if I hadn't been involved with it, I'd have never thought of something that simple. There are much smarter people doing that than me.
I would have made a jig and all sorts of other things.
Yeah. That's right. Jigs fix everything, right?
Yep. Speaking of which, isn't St. Patrick's Day coming up soon?
It sure is.
Mark?
Yes.
Mark?
Aye, lady, you're correct in saying it. That was more Scottish than Irish.
Thoughts and views expressed by Justin Ryan are not necessarily those of the host of the
There you go.
blah, blah, blah. You guys know the rest.
You guys know.
Backing up here, baby. Kevin Smith, I don't know if anybody is doing one this evening. I know that we usually shut down between around 6 o'clock, but I'm not sure if anyone's doing one tonight or not. There's not a regular one that I know of anyway.
Kevin, that was my dinner. My wife is making some shepherd's pie, and
Ooh.
that was the timer going. Holy shit! Put the fire out. Just kidding. No, it wasn't.
Wait for that saucepan to come winging in.
Yeah.
Listen, when the fire alarm went off when I was a kid, we knew it was time to eat. My mother could. Oh, no lie. When I was a kid, we lived in Vermont, and up there when they build the houses back, especially this was an old house, they put like little slats behind the wall and then put some sort of plaster over top of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, but so it's
Laughing plaster.
Okay. Mom cooked biscuits one night, and Dad got so mad about these biscuits that he stood up at the end of the table and slung the biscuit, and it went through one of those walls.
Wow.
Yeah. It was, and he was not laughing when it happened. It was, looking back, it's hilarious, but at the time, it was scary. Like, you want me to eat that?
I just want to point out that Ride the Wind says his Irish wife just screamed at him after my accent.
Ah,
Yeah.
good for her.
Good night, Pappy. Tell Miss Vicky
Y'all know
we
the
all
old
said
story.
hey.
The old story about the guy his wife liked to cook in total silence, so he disconnected the smoke detector.
Oh man.
That's a good one.
I had a recent situation with the oven. I was taking a pizza out, and
Ooh, pizza.
the oven door came up and hit the bottom of the back of my hand, which made me flinch. So I tilted the pan the pizza was on, and the pizza slid off, fell face down
shit.
on half on the door and half on the bottom of the oven, and then all the toppings of the pizza slid off and into the crack, down into the warming tray down below. And,
That's a bad day.
and Mrs. BG was like, I've never even heard those words in that combination ever before.
Filth and flarn and flarn and filth and more flarn and filth.
Yeah. Yep. And of course, it was my pizza. It wasn't hers, which was, I guess, a blessing.
Even if
Except I
it
didn't
was
say
hers, it
fudge.
just became yours.
Yeah. But what really sucked is that I had to clean that all up so I could make another one for myself because I had another one in the freezer. So,
Yeah.
and
Again,
then
I'm not allowed to push buttons, so I'm not allowed in the kitchen unless it's the microwave.
Kevin Smith says he's not eating pizza at BG's.
well, guess what, Kevin? Nobody else is.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently nobody's eating pizza at BG's.
Nope.
So this is a
But,
weird looking pizza. Oh, we make them that way.
That's how they come. I
We were talking
turned my
about-
pizza into a stromboli right there.
We were talking about pizzas on the Discord. I saw one at Publix yesterday. We're talking about gross pizzas, right? I'm not a big, I mean, I know people eat it, but like I'm not a big Hawaiian pizza guy. But some people like it, some people don't. And it makes a good conversation. But I saw one at Publix that is absolutely horrid. It's a frozen pizza with pork, cauliflower, and cranberries.
What?
That is not a pizza.
Wait,
That-
let me
No,
get
that's
my word
an
back.
artisan flatbread.
It said pizza on the box.
That's because most people shopping at
Wow.
Publix wouldn't know what the hell an artisan flatbread is.
Well, was pizza in
Well,
like
you got a point there too. Yeah.
was pizza in quotes?
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I just when I saw it, I was scared. I made that face and I just kind of looked forward, like I just walked in a room I wasn't supposed to be in, and I kept going. And I'm like, I'm out of here.
Like Homer Simpson fading into the bushes.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't see that. I'll keep going.
4 minutes.
Well, here's a question for folks.
Yeah.
Since we're doing the Hemi engine on here, I need spark plug boots that'll fit these gigantic holes that are molded in here.
I have the absolute answer for you because I'm literally working on the same block as you are. So let me give you the part number from our good friend Charlie at ProTech. The part number you're looking for is PTMC4.
Oh, okay.
And it's just the boots. And hang on just a second because I don't know where I put it. Where's my-
PTMC4.
Yeah, PTMC4. What the heck? What did I do with it?
Well, let's go
Oh, there it
shopping.
is. I hadn't seen the photo booth. That's why I couldn't find it. But I just did a little short on this. But I'll go ahead and pull it up so you can see, BG. But if you look,
Oh, that does look
can't-
good.
yeah, you can get it in there. I did have to after I
Yeah,
painted
Charlie's
it
got some
in.
good-
But you can
good ones.
there, maybe you can see it
Another
better
one,
this
if you
way.
can find them.
Yeah, I'll get you up there, Mark. But
Where did
yeah,
Mark
they
go?
work really good. They're extra long. Again, rewind a little bit. After I painted it and clear coated the valve covers, I did have to, run my little hand drill through there just a little bit to clean that out. But
Okay.
they come extra long. So once you slide them down in there and you glue them in place, you can trim them to whatever height that you want.
Okay, cool. I was looking for like a 90-degree, Hemi style one, but that'll be a good enough fix for right now because
Right.
we only got hours until this is done.
Now, yeah, literally, I don't know if I'm going to be done in time. But the kit that I got, well, not true. Another kit that I had the Hemi boots or Hemi. They were 3D printed, right? And you stuck them in the holes and you run your wires to them individually. But they
Ta-da!
were so small that I just kept snapping them off. See, there you go. Perfect right there.
All right. I think I have enough to do all 8.
I think he sends 10 knowing that 2 are going to go flying. 2,
Yeah.
4, 6. No, I got 8. Never mind. There's 8 of them in there.
Where'd Mark go?
Did we lose him?
Yeah.
I think his internet was
Oh,
giving
shit.
him a hard time because he kept shutting off on me.
Yeah, he sounded a bit like a Decepticon.
Mark, if you're in the chat or whatever, I can send you a message. You can use that same link to come back, but it might be that he literally when I texted him at like 3:30, he hadn't even gotten home yet. So maybe Miss Amanda clocked him on the head and told him, "You got to come in here and clean out this car or whatever it is that he has to do." He may have sent me a message. King Bugs Model Works. Looking good.
Hey, that does fit in there really good.
Does fit in there nice, doesn't it?
Yeah. All right.
What kind of show is this?
It's just turned into that kind of show.
Well, that sounds like my
Prepare to
dinner
be
show.
demonetized in 3, 2, 1.
One. And
Yeah.
the best part about it, BG, if you use any of the Pro,
Oh yeah, ProTech stuff is pretty much all measured out.
the wire stuff, the wires fit inside of that boot. So the boot fits inside of the head, and the wire fits really good inside of the boot.
I just have to decide what color yellow wiring I want to use.
There you go.
What color yellow?
Yeah, what color yellow?
In hindsight, I should have used yellow on this one. I used the red MSD box, but he's got a yellow one, a red box, or red box with yellow wires, and my car's yellow. So I put red on there, but it got halfway through it before I realized, oh crap, I should have put him on. I should have used the yellow ones to match the car. And there he is. He's back.
He's back.
What happened?
I don't know. I think your internet crapped out on you.
I was talking and then I wasn't.
You're talking
Well,
to yourself.
That happens when you get to our age.
Yo, hey, you're giving me a complex doing that.
Damn, we just kicked me out.
All right. Well, I guess I'll do red since that's all I got.
Well,
Sounds
that's
like
right.
you-
Your
it has been
your rally
chosen for-
car is mini, isn't it?
This mine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is for
And you're jumping on Mike about a pacer?
This isn't my rally car. This is just for the small scale group build. Where did it
I
go?
thought you were doing one of those for the rally car too.
Nope.
No, I did the Mini Cooper rally car.
Justin
that's
did
right.
that. I'm doing this guy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That was one group build I didn't get on because I got way too much this time. But I love rally cars.
Right? I know. I hear you, man.
The SCCA and the rally
I'll be in a
cars are
second.
cool cars.
Mhm.
And the one I have in my stash that I thought about doing as a rally car, y'all seen that Volvo station wagon?
Yes.
That's the one I've got set back. I thought, now that would be a cool one to do because when they were racing that station wagon, I thought, well, that's unique.
Yeah.
That's definitely unique.
Yeah. That would be a killer build, dude. Definitely not something to go get pizzas in.
I don't know. I think I'd go get pizzas in that car.
You could deliver them really fast.
And a lot of them, too.
Get them in now, BG, because next week I'm pushing send, damn it.
Okay. I'm pushing send. I'm just not sending you a link.
Oh,
Hey, let me check my calendar real quick. Make sure
Yeah,
I'm
he's going to
sending.
do you one better, Mike. He's not even going to show up.
Yeah.
You're like, I ain't coming on you.
Oh, my sister-in-law's in town.
But you'll definitely be here.
You can bet your bippy I will be here.
Anywhere, wherever she's not, right?
With the door closed and the headphones on.
Right? Tuned all the way out.
No, she's great. We love her. She's awesome.
That almost sounded like a
She's in the room,
bless
right?
her heart.
No,
Yeah.
that's what
Blink twice if she's in the room.
Right?
is what I would say if this was opposite world.
Hold up your testers, thin
What will they
cement,
do
or
for?
you, to me a thin cement if she's in the room. we will call the police for a welfare check.
The police.
The police.
Police. Yeah, he's from Florida, dude. Don't pick on him too much.
Right?
Oh,
I got
what
that.
happens
I
when you
got
go
that
away?
Southeast Public Education.
You go away for 10 days. Can you guys see the color of the actual super glue in the bottle?
I'd say that's hard enough.
It turned into lemonade. Frozen lemonade.
If
Right,
that
that's
was
fine.
if that was Jason showing us that, I'd be like, that Jonesy's gotten good. He's figured out how to take the lid off of that glue.
Oh, dude. I no longer leave wheels unattended. I can tell you that.
I thought I asked you, did you look under the stove? And you're like, yeah, I looked under there.
Dude, I did. You know what that tells me? He was moving it.
He was watching.
Yeah.
I was going to say, he
Every
was
time you
watching.
look someplace.
He's like, oh, he's going to look under the stove. Well, he's looking under the stove. I want to swat it under the fridge because he's already looked there.
Exactly.
Wasn't that like in a Hogan's Heroes episode or something like that?
That sounds something like it.
Possibly,
That
yes.
sounds like a Hogan's Heroes thing, yeah.
Dinner.
Oh,
I see nothing.
I see nothing. Nothing.
Hey, Mike, you were talking about Hondas the other day. You and I were
Yep.
chatting over text.
Yep.
Is this the one you're talking about?
The little 68 360. Yep, that's it. The Honda. Yep, that's it. Yep.
Yeah.
That
okay.
thing is
Well,
too cool, man. It's like a 67 or 68 or something like that.
this is a 69.
69, okay.
Well, keep an eye on your mailbox.
Oh, thank you. Even after I didn't push send?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna mail you a picture of it.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Nice.
That's if he hits send on his own.
Yeah,
Right?
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
Put the
Exactly.
stamp on it.
I know I dropped it at the post office. I guess I didn't press print on the ticket.
I can hear it now. I sent you that kit. I just didn't pay for postage.
I said it COD.
COD, right?
All right, guys, listen. You guys keep going. It's after 6, and I've been in here since 12:30, so I'm gonna dip out. Thank you, everybody that came into the chat and watched, and hanging out with you guys was awesome. But I have a wife that needs to be spent time with.
Yeah, I probably
Yeah,
won't be able to go much
we
longer
do.
myself, but we'll
Yep.
we'll hang out for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay,
Rock
Jason.
out to you guys.
All
Bye,
right, see
Jason.
all of you guys next Sunday, except for Mark. Unless you want to come again, Mark.
You're welcome to come back, Mark, anytime you want.
I'll be happy to.
All right.
Nice.
Just,
Very nice.
just send the link.
Just send
Yeah.
You know what? Let's go ahead and sign it off all together, guys. First of all, I want to thank Mark for stopping by, hanging out with us. I know you just ran home from the Roanoke show, so thank you for dipping in. I'm sure you got things you need to get home or get to and get settled in. BG, I do truly apologize, my brother. I won't let that happen again. Justin, thank you as always for stopping by. Jason, thank you for being a partner in this deal. Definitely want to thank chat. Does anybody got any shout outs they want to do? Mark, you want? Yeah, go ahead, Mark. We'll start with you.
Mark, yeah, let Mark go.
Bolo.
Oh, he froze up again.
Oh no.
He froze up again. Hang on. Let's see if he comes
Hey.
back.
Love you,
There you are.
love you guys.
Mark, you're
Technology
freezing
is
up on us.
wonderful.
BG, you got any shout outs you want to give? Maybe Mark will come
Yeah.
back.
Why don't you? Why don't you?
Okay,
Why don't
right.
you talk about? If you want to watch, of course, more of this crap, stop by my channel, BG Model Workshop, or stop by our Facebook page, which is BG Scale Model Workshop, where we have a lot of fun posting stuff. And then Jason and I, with a couple other okay guys,
Okay,
do
what's going on?
a podcast, Scale Model Car podcast on
Yeah,
Spotify,
Mark.
so you can check that out too.
Yes.
Thank you. Mark, can we hear you now? You're froze up, buddy.
No.
No. Oh, he's now he's the circle of doom. Are you there? All right.
Everybody,
Justin, any shout outs?
are we back?
All right, you're back. You're back. All right, we missed your shout out.
Where did y'all go?
We're right here.
I was just saying thank you to everybody for jumping in and watching, and thank you guys for the invite. I've had a blast, as always, when I'm around you guys. So
It's
awesome.
always a good time.
Many
Well, where
thanks.
can they find you, Mr. Mark? I'm sure everybody knows, but just give yourself a shout out.
Hobby Dude 007 channel or Mark Batson Model Cars. Either way, either place will get you there.
Yep.
Yeah,
Nice.
good for it. Thank you again, Mr. Mark. Justin, you got any shout outs?
Yes, as always, check out the Modeling Insanity podcast, and y'all see me causing havoc over there as well as on the Lucas E page.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, we'll see you next time.
All right, see you next time. My partner, my brother, my twinsy, because he loves being called my twinsy.
But I'm not your hero anymore. That's too
You're my
bad.
twinsy now. We're twins.
That's okay. I am, just so everybody knows, I am the taller twin. You can check me out at the Blue Ox Model Shop on all of the popular social medias.
And of course, at the Scale Model Car Podcast.
Well, because, Brian already shouted me out. He beat me to it again this week. So I just figured, why bring that up again, right?
That's it. And those of you that don't know, it's me, Mike, the Scale Model Outlaw. I want to thank everybody for dropping in on this Sunday afternoon, hanging out with us, having some good laughs, and keeping that chat rolling. You guys are really doing a killer job on that. We had a little bit north of, well, actually way north of 60 people. We had 67 people at one point in here. So that's,
Nice.
that's real good, man. That's real good.
Yeah,
Oh, you should not press send more often then.
Right? gotta get you guys. No, we got to push send. I got to push send every time. But I want to give those guys a big shout out. And of course, you can find me and my illustrious pals on Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over there at the Automotive Model Car Livecast with Jason and Bruce. Gary, I again apologize for getting your name wrong. I did call you Mark, so Gary, I apologize for that. So I see you popped up there, but y'all be sure and check that out. You can find me at the Scale Model Outlaw. Everybody have a great week. Be safe, be kind to others, and as always, keep on modeling. And there's your big old thumbs up. See y'all.
Later, guys.
See ya, guys.